what you're going to see following this intro is going to be my intended intro for the last episode of the Ozark so far. Yeah, and when I was growing up, anytime you heard a story, they started off with what happened was. It's usually a pretty good story. I don't know if this story is very good, but what happened was I sat down with the intention of recording episodes 8, 9, and 10 of Ozark, right? And so I get into it. I think I even had a special drink. I don't remember now. But like I get into the shit. I record episode 8, no problem. I record episode 9, no problem. And of course, between episodes, I get up because I have to save the movie file. It takes 2-3 minutes to save the file after I've been talking for an hour or whatever. Usually it's like about an hour. So I'll get up, I'll make my new drink, and I come sit down and shit. And I have a process for all this. And so I don't know why, but this never happens. But I forgot to put in my headphones when I sat down and record episode 10. This never happens. Like, there's only one time. I don't remember what show it was, but I sat down. I got about 5 minutes into watching the episode and recording it, when I realized I wasn't wearing my fucking headphones. And that fucks everything up because that means that this video file is going to record audio of the show. Also, my audio sucks ass, as you're going to hear. Like, the audio is not as good. I had to up the levels. It just doesn't sound as good. But it picks up the show audio, fucks everything up. You can't. It's unworkable, right? But even like when I'm just recording a video like this one I'm doing here, like because I'm not about to watch anything, I'm just recording this for this special video. The sound's not as good. So you got to have your headphones in with the mic, and then it sounds good, right? It sounds better. So what happened was I sat down, I forgot to put on my headphones. I started recording, I started talking, and I talked for like 8 minutes. Because I was talking about it. You'll see it. Yeah, there's a few low parts cut out, but it's about 6-7 minutes. I talked about my drink. I talked about how I could make the screwdriver. And I introduced, because before every season finale of a show, I'll do my predictions, right? So I was doing my predictions and shit. And then I got ready to actually watch the show. And I clicked on the Netflix, which is what I'm watching Ozark on. And I'm like, wait a minute, something ain't right. I'm hearing, the sound of the episode was different. And then I realized I wasn't wearing my fucking headphones. So I stopped the show. It was only about a minute into it. So I stopped the show. I was like, motherfucker. You mean I just talked for 7 minutes and didn't have my goddamn headphones on? Shitty sound. I wasn't even, because I don't think at that point, this is a couple weeks ago now, I don't think that I had ever heard the audio of, when I wasn't wearing my headphones, because I've always worn them for this, right? But I thought maybe this is completely unusable. And I was so fucking pissed off that I made this mistake. And I was probably going to have to go back and duplicate that fucking sentence. And there's nothing I hate in this world more than anything. I hate having to reproduce work that I've already done. If we're talking writing a novel, writing a script, editing a video. If I've done it once, I will fucking quit a project rather than do it a second time. Do the same work twice. It fucking pisses me off to do the same work twice. So I said, fuck it, I'm done for the day. So I fucking shut off Netflix, went to get something to eat and shit, and save the files, and you have to convert the files and all this other shit, right? So I just said, fuck this, I'm done for that. I'll record the last episode sometime later, right? A couple days. Then 2 interesting things happened between the day that happened and the day that I finally sat down to record the Ozark, the last episode. The first thing that happened was Warrior Nun came out. I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I want to see Warrior Nun. So I watched a couple episodes. I watched the first episode. I was like, oh fuck yeah, this is excellent, right? And then the numbers are pretty decent for Warrior Nun. People enjoyed watching me see it. So I was like, okay, well fuck, I'm gonna keep doing this Warrior Nun shit. So I got on that a little bit, and I decided to because my favorite shows, I like to do 2 episodes a week, and I do them on alternate days. Ozark, I'm sure you guys have found out, Sunday and Thursday, right? And I don't have enough subscribers where I can post text to the community tab. I don't have a community tab because I'm too small of a channel. If I had a community tab, I would post my schedule every week. This is exactly what's going to happen every week. But there's no way for me to really do that. Doing a video every week is stupid. People don't want to fucking do it. So basically what I decided with Warrior Nun was I was going to release it on Saturdays and Tuesdays. But what that created was a lot of work for me for a short period of time to get far enough ahead where it'd be possible to do that. And so, long story short, there was enough time after when I was supposed to record the last episode of Ozark, And then when I actually had time to record the last episode of Ozark, what had happened was they had blocked a couple more of my videos, like last Sunday. A couple more of those videos got blocked. And it pissed me off so much, I decided to do what I'm going to do. You'll see in the next video what I'm going to do, just for the finale. But I'm glad that I waited because I wouldn't have been able to do that otherwise. Because like if I'm not expecting what's going to happen, I'll let you guys watch the other video, so I'm not going to spoil it for you. But if I was going to have a different approach. I couldn't have like not been expecting to do this and actually been able to pull it off. Just because there's just a different mindset when you sit down with that. So anyway, the point is, like, this is getting too long. The point of all this is, it worked out. Like, it was a pure happenstance. It was me forgetting my fucking headphones, getting pissed off at myself for making a simple mistake, and then realizing this actually all worked out for the best. I'm glad it happened because it allowed me to do something special for the finale I would have never done otherwise. Because like the last episode 8 videos being blocked hadn't happened yet, right? So anyway, all this to say, what you're going to see next is going to be the original intended intro, which I ended up not wanting to reproduce. It sounds good enough. I think you guys can understand what I'm saying. And there's no reason to reshoot this last 7 minutes. I could never recapture what I was going to say. I probably make completely different predictions. That's just how I am. None of this shit's scripted. As you can tell, because it's pretty rambling. So anyway, with no further ado, hopefully the sale's not too fucking horrible. Listen to that, and then what's going to be posted right after this video is going to be the season finale. So, hope you guys enjoy.
I'm back with another drunk reaction, and today I'm drinking a screwdriver. Oh yeah, I got it right. Yeah. You'll notice there's no ice in it. Typically, a screwdriver is served with ice, but I've experimented a lot, and I find I just don't like it with ice. It just waters down the orange juice, and there's nothing fucking worse than watered down orange juice. You ever go to like the convenience store and you get one of those cheap ass fucking things of orange juice? Because I love orange juice, by the way, in all its forms. With pulp, without. I'm not a purist when it comes to that. With a screwdriver, I like it without pulp, but you'll get it, and it's almost like orange juice Kool-Aid, right? Where it's fucking watered down, and you can almost see through the shit. You know what I'm talking about? The fucking 50-cent, little jug of like single serving thing of orange juice you get at like a fucking cheap gas station, right? Watered down shit, right? And I've had a couple because I was poor growing up, right? So like we could only afford like the cheapest shit of anywhere we went, right? So that's kind of what, probably because of my childhood, it brings, like when I put ice in a screwdriver, it brings me back to that. Like, so what I do, and it's not atypical to keep your vodka in a freezer anyway, right? Like, not everybody does. Like that vodka up there, by the way, I don't plan on drinking anytime soon. I've just got a little bit left. I'm saving for some kind of special occasion. But it's vodka with a grapefruit flavoring, But I've been keeping this Stoli's in my freezer since well before the lockdown. Like I probably bought that shit last November, some shit, maybe before that. Maybe like it's been in there for a year. It's been in the freezer for a long time. So you do that. You make sure you have your vodka in the freezer. And what I do is I take the glass of, I fill like a glass of orange juice, maybe 2/3 of the way full. Put that shit in the freezer to really get chilled. It's already been, the container of orange juice has already been in the refrigerator. But I put that in the freezer for about 5 minutes, get that shit cold. The glass is cold. Then I put in the fucking, the vodka, stir it up. Some people put cherries in there. I should have bought some cherries, ordered them from the grocery store, but I didn't do that. I forgot it. So I like my screwdriver with cherries typically. But do that so you don't have to put the ice in there. Because like in room temperature, it's going to warm up pretty fast, right? So like, that's one reason I got this in a small glass. Let's not get too much into weeds. Point being, that's a good way you can have yourself a cold screwdriver. Because I like my fucking alcoholic drinks cold as fuck, man. Cold as fuck. That fucking straight from the bottle shit. Y'all motherfuckers some animals, man. Animals. My shit's got to be cold. So, like, if you like screwdriver but you hate the watered down taste of orange juice, you can give that a shot. Or if you guys have a better idea, let me know. That'd be cool too. All right, let's get into this. We're into the season finale of season 3 of Ozark, and this is all there is. And as with the 2 previous season finales, I like to make some predictions here. Okay, I predict Helen is most definitely going to die. Probably ordered by Navarro, probably by her own henchmen. with the possible twist, since they did bring it up in a prior episode of her saying, "Hey, if you ever get to call on me, let me know." At the time, I thought, whatever. They're just trying to say this is a dangerous occupation. Events have evolved to where that could actually be possible. So possibly he lets her know, and maybe she sneaks away or he fakes her death or some shit. Maybe she kills him. Maybe he doesn't let her know and then she fucking kills him. Something's gonna happen with that shit. I predict she's gonna be dead. Here we go. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, I was so blown away by the end of the last episode, I forgot to mention the impact this is going to have on Ruth. That's going to be some shit, man. Like, she's going to be very upset about this as well. So that's not good at all. So we've got that going on. But okay, so somebody going to die. I predicted at the beginning of the season, somebody ass dying. So I need to shit or get off the pot. Which one is it? Not Jonah. Not Ruth. I can see it being Marty because the actor directs episodes and he produces. So he could still be heavily involved in the show just from behind the camera. I can see that. That would not shock me. I don't think they're going to kill Marty off. But I'm saying it would not shock me if they kill Marty off. Like, I can totally fucking see that. So we've got that. Wendy, man, they're doing a lot of shit with Wendy. I just can't see them burning that character, man. Like, it's Charlotte. Charlotte's the only one who's vulnerable who really is not contributing to the plot in a major way. It'll be more angst, because the whole family's going to shit. I can see Helen killing Charlotte because she's having some kind of conversation with Aaron that makes things worse. And then that could be what gets Helen killed. So I'm gonna put all my chips on the table for Charlotte. Maybe I'll sound like a moron in an hour. Whatever. Sometimes you got to roll the hard sticks. You got to don't be equivocate. Don't be like some Max Kellerman on First Take shit where you're trying to take 3 different positions at the same time, so no matter what happens, you win, right? No, man. You got to fucking roll the dice. So there we go. That's my prediction.